This is the best way you can make an announcement which is about employee layoffs. It's a very, very difficult topic. Then it becomes, how do I communicate it in the best possible way? Let's go through the steps. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, I was in a certain geography where we had to make this announcement, and I directly worked with the senior leaders of the organization as to how should we deliver it. My name is Anjali Sharma. I'm the founder of Narrative, the Business of Stories, a story practice where we help corporate organizations and individuals who work in them drive their success with stories. So let's go back to announcements on layoffs. Here are 5 things that you must keep in mind. Number 1, there is this urge in leaders to start talking about the future as to they're going through this retention exercise so that technology can be brought in. And when technology comes in, that's the flavor of right now. And when the technology comes in, all things are going to be great. However, the urge is to talk about future. The people sitting in the audience who yet don't know who amongst everyone is going to get retrenched want to know about the near future. You can't jump to the future of the organization without addressing the near future, which is, what does that time of layoffs and retrenchments look like? Number 1, please don't talk about the future of the organization. Talk about the future of these people, near future of these people who may or may not be with the organization right at the onset. Number 2, acknowledgements. Sure, you can't do anything about the fact that they will have to go, but you can acknowledge some of their pains. At least make 3 acknowledgements. I acknowledge the difficulty you will feel in telling your family members that you do not have this role anymore. I acknowledge the pain of starting all over again and setting yourself up for a new role. I acknowledge the pain in saying goodbye to the team members that you have built really, really good relationships with. Please acknowledge the difficulty. You may not be able to change what's to come, but at least you can acknowledge the difficulty that they will face. So that's number 2. Number 3, you have to talk about what is the process. How would this process of retrenchment look like? When would the announcements come out? After that, what are their options in terms of the rewards, in terms of the process? How much time would they have? What kind of support would they get? You have to be able to talk about the entire process. For example, in the company that I recently helped with this announcement, we talked about the kind of training, the kind of CV development, the kind of interview coaching, connecting them with other organizations, all that support that they will get from the organization. So talk about the process and talk about the support that they would get, and you have to provide them some support. You can't change things for them. The least you can do is to make things easy for them. Now, number 4, it's important for you to not just get stuck in professional transition. You must also provide support in terms of emotional transition. So many people don't know how to go back and tell their parents or tell their wives or tell their husbands and their children that they don't have a job anymore. So emotionally, if they need support in terms of how to have these conversations and how to position it to their kids and their family members, this conversation, you have to provide support to them in terms of how to deal with that emotional turmoil that comes with the situation like this. So I'll do a quick revision. I said, number 1, don't jump to the future. Talk about the immediate near future. That is more important. Don't start in future our organization would look like this. Talk about in near future, what does the future look like for you, right? The difficulty that you are going to face. Number 2, you have to make acknowledgements. The acknowledgements that I acknowledge the difficulties you will face in various kinds of scenarios. Number 3, we said talk about the process and the transition support that you would give professionally. CV development exercises, interview, coaching, connecting them to various organizations. Number 4, I said that not just about their emotion, about their professional support, but also emotional. It's very difficult to talk to family about this. So what kind of support can we provide? And finally, you have to be able to really tell them what caused this situation. Honestly tell them what caused this particular situation and why are we in this position. For example, the company that I was working with, where we had to talk about the retrenchment exercise, we talked about the role this company plays for the nation. This company is the beacon of hope. Every child in this country dreams of working in this company. If they do not make the organization lean today, then in roughly about 10 years, this organization will not exist. So, purpose and the organization is a bigger than the individual. You have to try and establish the reason very, very honestly as to why are we in this situation. You can also honestly talk about the company's financial performance, and if something drastic is not done right now, then the company will not exist in future. People understand these situations, and I think every leader ought to take into consideration these 5 things when they are making any retrenchment announcement. Stay storied, and I'll see you here soon again with another communication insight.